Welcome to Goofing Off-Road. I'm Tony. When I was backing the Mammoth trailer up into a campsite the other night, I couldn't see where it was going because it doesn't have any backup lights. To remedy that for next time, I'm going to install some backup lights on the Mammoth trailer today. Let me show you how to do it. To do this, you're going to need some surface mount LED lights, as well as the bits and bobs to install them. I'll leave links in the description below for the parts that I used. If you buy the parts from the links below, then I make a little bit of money, and that goes towards me making new cool videos for you, and I really appreciate it. To install the LED lights, you're going to need a straight edge, a pencil, and a tape measure, a center punch and a transfer punch, a drill and some drill bits, a short and long 5/64 hex wrench and a 3mm hex driver with a ratchet, an M4 riv nut tool and a stepper bit, some silicone sealant and a 14mm wrench, a metal coat hanger and some blue tape, and a big hammer. I'm going to install the LED lights on the rear part of the frame here, but before I do, you can see the cover for the water tank drain is in the way, so let's remove that first. You remove these bolts with a 5/64 Allen wrench. You'll want a short one for this one in the corner. I'm going to put some blue tape where I want the light to go, and then I can measure it up and mark it. I put a center line on the light, and now I can line it up with the center lines on the trailer and mark where the first hole needs to go. I'm going to center punch the first hole and the center hole. And now I'm going to drill some pilot holes. The center hole is going to get drilled to 5/16 so that the cable can pass through it. Because the cable needs to go all the way through the frame, I'm going to use a transfer punch to start the hole off in the middle at the back. Now I can start the second hole at the back and drill it all the way through. The LED lights come with M4 bolts, so we're going to use these M4 riv nuts to mount the bolts onto the frame. The M4 riv nuts require a 6mm hole, and the riv nut kit comes with a stepper bit that has a 6mm step on it. With the hole drilled, we can peel the tape back, put the riv nut on the riv nut tool, and then secure it to the frame. Now we can place the light back on the frame, put the one bolt in, and make sure we're putting the second one in the right place. Now I can center punch the second hole, drill a hole, and put the second riv nut in. To make it easier to get the cable through, I'm going to pass a coat hanger through the back, tape the wire to the front, and then pull it through. Before I put the light in, I'm going to put some silicone around the cable so that it seals the hole and keeps the water out of the frame. The light comes with these two pads that need to get installed on the back before you screw it in. The LED light bolts come with split washers. Remember to put them on before you install the bolts. Now you can install the second LED on the other side of the frame in the same way, like this. Before I start the wiring, I'm going to put silicone around the cable where it comes out the back side of the frame. To do the wiring, you're going to need some wire strippers and crimpers, a normal and small Phillips screwdriver, a deep 8mm socket, some scissors and electrical tape, some zip ties and a heat gun, and if like me, you want to test the voltage, a DC power supply. We want to connect the backup lights to the center pin on the trailer plug, which is the yellow wire. I'm going to open this up, and the trailer wiring junction box is here, just at the front of the nose box. Remove this cover by taking out the two Phillips screws. Find the yellow wire and then use an 8mm deep socket to undo the nut holding the ring terminal on. I cut a length of wire and then pushed it up through the grommet at the front of the nose box. Undo the wire clamp at the bottom of the junction box and push the wire through the bottom. Now strip the end of the wire and put a ring terminal on there. With the ring terminal in place, we can connect it to the post for the yellow wire and put our nut back on. Press the wire inside the junction box, tighten the clamp back up, and then put the cover back on. I covered the wire in split loom and then ran it along the frame to the axle. We need to split the wire so that it can go to either side of the trailer. I measured the wire to the beam that goes underneath the bottom of the trailer, and I spliced in a second wire. I secured the wire to the frame with a self-tapping screw and a cable clamp. Next, I attached a ring terminal to the ground wire of the LED light. Then I used a buck connector to join the positive wires together. Then I finished it up by securing the ring terminal to the frame using the bolt for the wire clamp. I wired up the light on the other side of the trailer in the same way. Remember to reinstall the cover for the water tank. Now it's time to test the lights out and see if they work. I'm going to attach the negative lead to the ground on the trailer plug and the positive lead to the center pin for the backup lights. When I turn this on, the backup lights should light up like this. I'm not sure why the Mammoth didn't come with backup lights from the factory, but as you can see, it's pretty easy to install them yourself, and I definitely think it's worth doing to help you out when you find that camp spot at night. If you found this video useful, then please click the like button and subscribe for more cool videos.